In our previous community engagement lecture, we discussed the mechanics of participatory decision-making broadly as a core component of successful community engagement. We now transition to talking about nominal group technique, which is a rewarding way to quickly elicit and prioritize the ideas of a large group of people. It can help to get a focused discussion moving forward quickly and avoid time spent in the groan zone of participatory decision-making, as we previously discussed. Nominal group technique was initially developed in the 1970s and has remained a popular group process for problem identification, solution generation, and decision-making. Key strengths of the technique are that it avoids conflict and ensures relatively equal participation of all group members. It is also relatively quick and provides a group with a sense of closure in future directions. It is most useful in obtaining consensus on the priorities of a group rather than a single consensus decision. The process is centered on a carefully selected guiding question of central importance to the group. For example, a community coalition might ask what type of health policy the coalition wants to prioritize for adoption by the community. Nominal group technique generates answers to the focusing question through a series of 4 steps. First, participants silently generate ideas in writing. Then, small groups go round robin recording their ideas without judgment. Next, the group clarifies the meaning of each idea but not its merit. And finally, each participant votes on the ideas they like the best. By tallying the votes, the group can know which ideas have the broadest support. In the first step, participants work silently and independently to write down answers to the guiding question. In the context of a single meeting, it is best to limit this step to 10 minutes or less. In the second step, each participant presents one idea orally without much elaboration, in a round-robin fashion. New ideas can be added even if not written down. It's good to limit the ideas to relatively short phrases, listing them on a flip chart visible to the group. If it's a large group or time is short, you can ask that each person only share their best ideas. The goal of the third step is to ensure all ideas are clear to everyone in the room. Each idea is read and discussed for clarity but not its merits. Disagreement on the meaning of an idea can be noted too, or the idea can be split into 2. For time, it's helpful to limit this discussion to no more than 2 minutes per idea. It's okay for the facilitator to combine duplicate ideas, add new ones, and make small editorial changes, but broad categorization of the ideas is not allowed. The goal of the fourth step is to prioritize the ideas. This is achieved by having group members vote on the ideas they like the most. Voting can be done with dots, which is quicker but less anonymous. Alternatively, you can number the ideas and people can submit votes on paper, which maximizes anonymity. Some of the key strengths of nominal group technique are that it is easy to learn and use. It is also an efficient way to generate and rank ideas. It encourages equitable participation even with a large group of people, and minimizes power struggles among participants. Some key limitations of nominal group technique are that the ideas generated may not be carefully thought through. Prioritized ideas typically need to be developed further and may prove unrealistic with further consideration. It's also important to note that nominal group technique is likely to leave you with a short list of high priority ideas, but not consensus on which idea to pursue with vigor. One key feature of nominal group technique is that it is quick, typically 90 minutes or less. To keep things moving, it's best to break up large groups into smaller ones of 5 to 9 people for the generation of lists. The separate lists can be merged before voting. A carefully prepared guiding question is another key to success. It's best to get input on the guiding question from several people before using it. You also want to be very familiar with the steps before using the technique, but overall it's a fairly straightforward approach that has stood the test of time as a useful way to engage community members in health promotion initiatives. Our next community engagement lecture is on community-based participatory research, which happens to be an outstanding context for the use of nominal group technique. I hope you enjoy it.